Welcome to Modern Decor World. Modern industrial interior design. 10 elements that make it actually work. There is a reason exposed brick and raw steel beams cost more in some cities than polished marble, and it has nothing to do with the materials themselves. Modern industrial design took something originally considered unfinished. Old factories, abandoned warehouses, raw concrete, and turned it into one of the most coveted aesthetics in interior design history. But here is where most people get it wrong. They think industrial design just means add some metal pipes and call it done. That is not industrial design. That is a theme. Real modern industrial spaces follow a deliberate formula of texture, contrast, and restraint that most homeowners never learn. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what separates a true industrial-style space from a Pinterest cliché. And point number 7 reveals the one design rule that instantly makes industrial spaces feel luxurious instead of cold. Let us break it down. Exposed brick or concrete becomes the foundation. Authentic industrial design starts with raw, unfinished surfaces. Exposed brick walls, polished concrete floors, or unpainted plaster, these textures carry the entire aesthetic on their own, giving the space history and character that no decorative element can fake. Leather furniture adds warmth to hard surfaces. Aged or distressed leather sofas and chairs are a staple of industrial spaces because they introduce warmth and softness against all the concrete, metal, and brick. The worn, lived-in quality of leather also reinforces the history that industrial design is built around. Exposed ductwork and pipes are celebrated, not hidden. Where traditional design hides mechanical elements behind ceilings and walls, industrial design puts them on full display. Painted or raw ductwork, visible pipes, and exposed beams become intentional design features rather than eyesores to disguise. A neutral, earthy color palette ties everything together. Industrial design leans heavily on a restrained palette. Charcoal, rust, warm gray, black, and natural wood tones. Avoiding bright, saturated colors keeps the focus on texture and form, which is, honestly, where industrial design's real visual power comes from. Vintage and reclaimed pieces tell a story. Furniture with visible history, reclaimed wood tables, vintage factory carts repurposed as coffee tables, old lockers used for storage, gives industrial spaces an authenticity that brand new furniture simply cannot replicate. Every piece should feel like it has a past. The secret rule is to always balance hard with soft. Here is the trick that separates cold, cliché industrial spaces from genuinely luxurious ones. Every hard, raw material needs a soft counterpart. Concrete floors need a plush rug. Steel beams need linen curtains. Brick walls need a velvet throw pillow. This intentional balance is what makes a space feel curated instead of unfinished. Quick pause before we get into the final 3. If industrial design has ever felt a little intimidating or too cold for your taste, I am hoping this video is already changing your mind. So if you have not already, hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling me whether you are more drawn to industrial or a softer style. I genuinely want to know what resonates with you, and it helps me plan what to cover next. Alright, let us finish with 3 details that take this style from good to unforgettable. Black steel becomes the signature material. Black steel, whether in window frames, shelving units, or structural beams, is really like the connective tissue of industrial design. Its dark matte finish creates strong visual lines that anchor the entire room, and, it contrasts beautifully against lighter textures like wood or fabric. Open floor plans. Let the architecture breathe. Industrial design rarely thrives in chopped-up, compartmentalized spaces. Open layouts allow the raw architectural elements, beams, brick, ductwork, to be seen and appreciated as a continuous visual story, rather than getting interrupted by unnecessary walls. Oversized factory-style windows flood the space with light. Industrial buildings were originally designed for function, and large, multi-pane windows were just essential for natural light in old factories. Replicating this look, whether through actual large windows or steel-framed glass partitions, brings authenticity and brightness that really softens the otherwise raw materials. Statement lighting becomes functional art. Exposed bulb fixtures, oversized black metal pendants, and caged industrial sconces are not just light sources. They are sculptural focal points. Lighting in this style often becomes the most photographed element in the entire room. And there you have it, the 10 elements that separate a genuinely well-designed industrial space from a room that just slapped on some black metal and called it a trend. The real magic of modern industrial design is not the raw materials themselves. It is the careful, intentional contrast between hard and soft, old and new, rough and refined. So now I want to know, could you live in a fully industrial space, or do you prefer it mixed with something softer? Tell me in the comments, because I read every single one, and your answer might inspire next week's video. If this changed how you see industrial design, subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next. Hit like to help this reach someone else who thought industrial style was too cold for them, and I will see you in the next video, where we are exploring the design style quietly replacing industrial in 2026.